No script. I just wanted to pop up the camera and pretty much just talk. I mean, the last video that we made, we were sitting in the back of a Maybach. Now we're in our apartment's like concierge room. I'm just wanting to talk. I kind of just analyze everything that I've done and that I've been through. And I just am honestly curious why some people just aren't able to achieve the things that I want or the things that I've achieved. And I ask myself, is it a level of laziness or is it arrogant or what is it? Why are some people just not able to achieve, some of the things that I've achieved? And when I look at it, a lot of people say that Hunter works hard, but realistically, I don't think hard work has any factor in what I've achieved, given that I'm not doing anything physical. At the end of the day, this is my work. I'm sitting here and I'm talking, and this isn't hard, right? This isn't hard. So is hard work actually a factor that plays in a level of success? And I really don't think it does. I think I was given a very unique opportunity and I happen to have the skill set or the ability to learn the skill set quickly, and I was able to execute on it. And so you ask yourself, I mean, if hard work is a major factor, then construction workers, that are sitting out, that are building all of these buildings in Denver don't get paid even a fraction of what I get paid. I mean, I make more now just sitting here than they make in an entire week check. It's like, why is that? I mean, hard work is, you would think to some degree, is a massive factor, but I don't think it is. I think a large part of it is the vehicle that you take. And by all means, I think there are different stages or different levels of vehicles where some business models will yield a greater return, but do require like another level of hard work. I mean, when you look at some of these exceptional players, I mean, Elon Musk, for an example, the vehicle that took him from point A to point B, not only was it difficult, but it required a lot of mental resistance towards failing. I mean, you had to completely resist the idea of what I'm doing right now could possibly fail. And there needs to be an overwhelming evasion of, I don't know if it's inspiration or if it's just persistence, whether it's, you have an overarching dream of achieving something that no matter what happens or doesn't happen, you just continue to push. And I think I'm in that position right now where I can't imagine what it would be like on the other side of life. I couldn't imagine what it would be like ever to go to a job again or to go and live a normal person life. I don't want to. I don't try to avoid it either. I just do certain things that are just different than what other people do, and I yield different results. Now, is it hard? Not really. I mean, outside of the hours that you put in, you work a lot. You work more than the average person, right? But a large piece of it, I mean, so I know some people that are making hundreds of millions of dollars and they work less than I do. So what does that mean? What it really means is there's a vehicle, and this vehicle doesn't always take you from point A to point B, like guaranteed. What I can say is if I wanted to go to another country or if I wanted to go to New York or whatever, I can ride a bike, I can take a bus, I can fly. Regardless, I'm going to get from point A to point B. But in the digital online marketing or the digital world of making money, point A doesn't always take you to point B at certain times. For an example, e-commerce used to be one of the easiest ways to make money. And so to some degree, that would be, taking a plane from Denver to New York. But it's 2024 now, and e-commerce is no longer setting up a website and drop shipping from AliExpress. It's no longer like that. So at one point, that was the best vehicle that you could take. And so maybe it's like keeping vehicle or transportation metaphor. Maybe it's cars upgrade. Cars just get faster, and that's what it is. And realistically, when it comes to business and making money, I don't think that I'm the hardest worker in the world. I work a lot. I work a ungodly amount. But if I put this same amount of effort into other business models or into other efforts, I could maybe get to point A or to point B. I could maybe not. Nobody really knows, right? Nobody knows exactly how powerful their vehicle is. What I can say is there are some obvious things with AI becoming as big as it is. You understand that AI is absolutely a vehicle to take. Is it the easiest to go from point A to point B? I don't know. What I can say is there's an overarching theme right now within vehicle delivery, and making money is making money online. I mean, for the longest time, everybody had to do like physical labor. I still know people right now that are like in aviation that make hundreds of millions of dollars and everything that they do is physical. But at the same time, I do know a lot of people that are making hundreds of millions of dollars that are doing everything digitally. And so what we can say is there's an overarching theme that right now, at least right now, the fastest vehicle delivery to making money is making money online. And currently, I spent a lot of my time working on internal businesses, agencies, different services, product fulfillment, etc. Because at the time that was the fastest product delivery. And what I didn't realize is a lot of the things that these guys are doing is actually showing you how they did it, which is another form of product delivery because they're actually just teaching you how to do what they did, which at the same time is literally a vehicle to making money. And I realized that that was probably even faster than all of the internals, right? And then you look at, even bigger picture. I can either one, run it internally on my businesses, agencies, service, fulfillment, etc. Or I can teach people how to do that. And then even bigger picture, I can teach people how to just do digital products and not just be specific on info, right? I'm not selling info, I'm selling digital products. And then even bigger picture, I can actually sell like software, right? And then that's even bigger picture because if you're funneling everybody, instead of funneling them from your personal brand into an info, you're funneling them to a SaaS company. You can then sell the SaaS company in a couple years for a crazy multiplier because it's a tech company. And so there's different overviews on it. At the end of the day, what we do know is it's not necessarily about hard work. I think what I had to go through was to teach me that it's not necessarily hard work. It's being in the right position at the right time and taking the right vehicle more so than just working. Because if I was fortunate enough in high school to be able to skip all the bullshit that I had to go through, all of the stocks, not the stocks, but all of the random business models that I did, if I was able to just skip that and just go straight to info or straight to digital products, I would have made money. But at the same time, you do got to realize that all of those businesses that I did before are compounding knowledge and compounding into more wisdom within business and within making money. And so maybe there is a degree of difficulty. I think it's more of a mental difficulty than it is a physical difficulty because in reality, I have this argument all the time. I wouldn't consider what I do is working hard because it's a digital thing. I don't leave the house. I literally sit on my laptop. Is that hard? Not really. Anybody could do it. So I do think that there's a degree of like mental difficulty because it's very boring to sit on your computer all day and just work. But if I had somebody that was able to just teach me, skip all the bullshit. This is what you actually need to do. I think I'd be maybe in a better place, right? Who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be in a better place because maybe everything would have been handed to me and I wouldn't be able to appreciate the things that I have. And maybe I'd be out in Miami at the club. And so I'm grateful for the trajectory that I had. But at the end of the day, what I do is not hard. It's all about just taking a correct vehicle, picking the right business model. And every business model is different for every person, the one that they shine in. But what I can say is it would have been a lot easier to get where I am today if I would have just had the help to literally be like, hey, fuck all that bullshit. That stuff is old. I had vape shops. What was I doing in physical labor? If I would have skipped that and just came right to digital products, I'd be in a better position. I'd be making more money now because I would have started earlier. You know what I mean? These vehicles always are changing. And I think right now we're in the era of AI and info. And obviously making money online is like the biggest one. But the main topic is it's not necessarily about working hard. It's about picking the right vehicle to get you from point A to point B. And everybody has their own perspective on work and if it's hard work or if it's not, and just how many hours you need to work. Because realistically, there's not really an exact, you need to work this many hours. It's the exact thing that you need to do. It's all about trial and error. And so I know there's a lot of people online that tell you that you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this if you want to be successful. But at the end of the day, there's only a few things that you really need to do. You need to take the right vehicle from point A to point B, and that's it. And the faster that you do it, obviously, the quicker that you get paid. But who knows when this new channel is going to rotate and what's next. But what I can say is if you are planning on investing in your future at all whatsoever, making money online is absolutely the way to do it. Selling any form of digital product, you don't need your face. You don't need anything. You don't need any experience selling digital products online, funneling everything to a SaaS company and then selling the SaaS company at a 30x multiplier. Other than that, I'll have more information on that as time comes, but that's pretty much it.